Hi ladies, this is John to Conceive After a Loss, and I'm coming to you today with my first ever pregnancy vlog for week 4. Um, as you all know, I found out I was pregnant on Friday the 13th, which was ironic because it wasn't a cruel joke. And ever since that day, I've been testing throughout the weekend, and the lines have progressively gotten darker. So I'm glad to see that the lines went from very faint to, it's not as dark as the control, but it's getting there. So it's very noticeable and very dark. I'm ecstatic about that. So let's get into my medications that I'm taking um, for this pregnancy. I went out Saturday and I got my prenatal pills. The gummy ones are good. And surprisingly, they're very popular. Because if I wouldn't have bent down to look in the back to make sure there was none there, I wouldn't have found the last bottle. Y'all should know what this is. This is progesterone oil. It's pure bioidentical progesterone oil. Now, I don't really hardly have any in here, so I only put maybe 2 or 3 drops on the spots you're supposed to put it on every day. And I'm only doing that as a precaution, just nothing promoting to do it or anything. I figured there's nothing wrong with a little bit of extra help. I am on a baby aspirin a day. I originally started baby aspirin in November for my blood pressure, but as I started taking Clomid, I was reading that taking aspirin while you're taking Clomid reverses the effects of the uterus, of the lining being thinned out. So actually taking aspirin while you're taking Clomid helps to increase the blood flow to your uterus to help fluffing up the lining. And I took it during that, and I'm taking it now for both blood pressure reasons and because I want to make sure that if there's any clotting disorders that I probably had, which I believe I don't, that baby aspirin is fine to take. And all too well known, my metformin. Now, the thing about my metformin was this. My doctor told me that when I found my endocrinologist, which is treating me for my pre-diabetic range and my insulin resistance from PCOS. She said once I found out I was pregnant that I would have to stop. Now, I read a lot of information on it. Metformin is a category B drug for pregnancy, which means it's safe, no adverse effects, no birth defects. It has been tested in plenty of clinical studies on pregnant women and non-pregnant women. And with pregnant women, it's helped them to implant better. It's helped them to go to full term for those that had losses because it controls your insulin resistance. Now, I read that uncontrolled insulin resistance can lead to miscarriages, which is the rate of 40 to 50%, which is a lot higher from the 5 to 10% in a normal pregnancy with a person that don't have PCOS. I meant to say. And also uncontrolled insulin resistance. It aids in implantation issues and placenta placement issues. So, my benefits of me and metformin and stopping, I don't want to stop. And I'm not going to stop. It is completely safe to take during pregnancy. So, I'm going to continue to take it. Now, I don't know how my doctor would feel because before I was pregnant, my A1C level had went down to 5.8 from 6.0. I found out that it went up to 6.1, and I didn't know I was pregnant then until the next day. So I don't want to risk having early onset of gestational diabetes because my A1C level is rising pretty quickly. And that was in a matter of 3 months, and I did nothing different. I've been on my metformin, same dosage, nothing's changed. So I don't know, maybe if she sees the fact that my A1C level has went up, she'll probably keep me on it. for the first 12 or so weeks. I'm not for sure, but I do know for sure I'm going to take it to about 14 weeks pregnant because I have 4 refills. So I'm going to take it until my refills run out. I do know you have to gradually take care of yourself off of it. So once I get down to my last 2 refills, I will gradually take myself down a pill. I'm taking 1,500 milligrams a day. I'll be taking myself down a pill a month. So by the time I'm on my last 2 refills, I'll be on 1 pill a day. Okay, now as far as pregnancy symptoms goes, um, when I went to the laundromat Saturday with my boyfriend, I was having some cramping, it was pretty aggravating because it was uncomfortable. So when I went to the bathroom, I noticed I had some really light brown discharge, and I was like, oh, here we go. So I started to freak out. When I came home, I checked myself again, and it went from light brown to light brown pinkish discharge. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I was so scared I didn't know what to do. So, after that, that's when I went and got my prenatal pills, picked up about 6 more pregnancy tests. And, really before I even left, it stopped. Before I left to go to Walmart, it stopped. It was a matter of maybe an hour from the brown discharge the first time I realized it. And then about 2 hours later when I finally made it home, it was brownish pink. And then when I went back to the bathroom, the very next 30 minutes, I believe, it was gone. Never came back. Now the cramps, I still do get the cramps. And from what I read, because implantation is still happening, or the baby's still burrowing down and settling in, that he will get cramps from time to time. And to me, the cramps feel like stretching because they're down in my uterus area on the side. So I think it's just, the stretching and the extra blood flow to the uterus part. So I'm not concerned or worried. Symptoms. Severe dry mouth, to where it feels like someone just gave me something to dry out my, saliva. Sorry about the TV just came on. It's been on pause for a minute. So, severe dry mouth, sore boobs and nipples, to the point where, they burn. And I'm serious, it's so uncomfortable when they're burning because it hurts so bad. It's uncomfortable to lay down to sleep. It wakes me up. Um, Tiredness. I sleep all day. That's one of the main reasons why I haven't been able to come back and give an update. I constantly sleep. I feel as though I've ran a marathon. I feel as though I did so much work and I barely do anything but just get up, shower, and wash my hair. I feel like I can clean the whole house. I have no energy whatsoever. None. So, I'm going to do that. My bloating. I know I'm only 4 weeks and it's probably early. My bloating is severe. My bloating is so bad. I was wondering why I could not fit my jeans. They would fit, but they were so tight. Not really tight, but they were snugger than usual. And yeah, I noticed I gained 4 pounds when I went to also I gained 8 when I went to the doctor, which also made me upset. I thought it was just the 8 pounds, but it's not bloating. I had to actually go out and buy me some sweatpants, which I've been wearing ever since. I have like 2 pair of sweatpants, and I'm in love because they're so comfortable. It gives me room to do whatever. Me and jeans right now are not friends, but I'm severely bloated and it's causing me to not really fit a lot of my jeans. Backache. My lower back hurts. Excuse me, that's one. Indigestion and heartburn. Um, my back hurts sometimes to where I have to sit with something behind it, which I have now, which is my pillow, my foam pillow. Indigestion and heartburn, I mentioned that. So that sums up everything. Feels like I'm having everything underneath the sun to be so early in pregnancy, but I'm looking at it as a good sign that everything is progressing and doing everything it's supposed to do. I also have headaches. They're not debilitating headaches, but they're really annoying to the fact where I have to go lay down. And I read that when you don't sleep, when you feel tired, it causes a pregnancy-induced headache because you're so tired, which coincides with the fact that when I lay down, I end up passing out and don't realize until I wake up. So those are pretty much all my symptoms. I had no symptoms leading up to testing except for my boobs started to get sore, but I thought it was from PMS. Um, like I said, this cycle was weird because after I ovulated, I did not get no sore boobs. And as my boobs started getting sore, I thought, well, maybe because my period was on its way. And obviously it was because I was pregnant. So, a recap, received my meds. Uh, I'm actually tired now, and I'm about to head to bed. It is 1 something in the morning. I was too excited to put up my first pregnancy vlog. Um, so that's why I got up early to do it at midnight. I've only been up for 2 hours, and it's starting to feel like I've been up all day. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get my sleep. I have lower back cramps and lower uterine cramps. But today is the day my period was supposed to be due, so that's pretty normal to have period like cramps. The day your period is due, as long as you don't start bleeding. And I'm not bleeding. Believe me, I check enough. Everything is fine down there. So, like I said, my symptoms, I know they're a lot to be so early on, but I really think it's a good sign because that means that everything is going okay and that the pregnancy is progressing as supposed to be. I will update you ladies on Wednesday after my doctor's appointment. Um, and then I will update every Monday for my pregnancy weeks. And we'll go from there. But, alright, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna get out of here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.